All right. Oh my goodness. Aren't there a hell of a lot of big talking conformists out there amongst you? Hey? Big talkers. Folks, let's see if you actually walk the walk at the end of the day. Let's see it. Firstly, let's talk about the mandatory vax, which was kiboshed almost immediately after a plethora of outrage on the ScoMo's feed there, and quite rightly so. We've got the right to choose if we want to be vaxxed or not forced out or coerced into having it. But the reality being is they'll get us some way, shape or form. I'll do my darnest to avoid it, but they'll penalise you in such a way that you are coerced into getting that vax. But let me ask you, conformists, those who have been the pro-vax, and you've got to get the vax to save the nation, yada, 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 oh, goodness. Let me ask you, with a vaccine that normally takes years to develop, trial, market, instead we have a vaccine that was only developed in April, due to be released end of this year or early next. Will you have the balls to stand up and say, prick me, ScoMo, prick me, let me be the first, please? Or will you sit back and wait for all the other Muppets to get the jab first and foremost to see if there are any side effects? Oh, but there can't be any side effects, folks, because it's been trialed and tested prior to being released. Extensively trialed and tested before the release. So what fear and apprehension would you possibly have from having any side effects? You're all about the pro-vax and the importance of it, so dive right in and let the likes of me and millions of others sit back and see if what we think will exactly happen, and that is abhorrent side effects. Prove us wrong. But I guarantee there'll be the majority of you, if not all, that will be shitting yourselves and say, oh, no, I'll sit back and I'll just wait for the others. Yeah, gutless to no end. All right, now let's push the vax aside. Let's talk about the masked crusaders. Oh my God. Oh, seriously. Online, the anti-vaxxers, the conspiracy theorists, they're putting our lives at risk. They're putting our lives and everyone else's lives at risk. Really? Are we? Let me ask you, did you have your epiphany to wear a mask prior or after the government told you to? Think about that. Okay? Think about this. There has always been the susceptible. Okay? And we'll call it the susceptible because that encompasses everyone. And let me get this 100% straight, 100% clarity with yourself. You're wearing your mask to protect you from others and others from you, correct? And not just the elderly and the immunosuppressed. Let's just blanket everyone by saying the susceptible, okay? Young to old, male, female, etc. All right? The susceptible. Okay, I think we can agree on that. So, there will always be the susceptible. There always has been, there will always be the susceptible, who are susceptible to any airborne contagion, virus, whatever you want to call it, that to them could be harmful or, in fact, fatal. Always has been, always will be. So, where were you masking up prior to this COVID. You're doing sweet FA, getting on with your life, doing sweet FA. Now you suddenly jump on the bandwagon, the COVID bandwagon of, oh, we've got to mask up, right? The government has told us to. No forward thinking here, folks. No forward thinking here. Somewhere along the line, they've said, oh, masks aren't that effective. Oh, you don't need to wear a mask. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, on, off. Come on, folks. Let's think about it. But, okay. You mask up. You go on the mask crusade. Let's run with that. Okay. So, how long do you think you'll be wearing your mask for? Is it until the government says, folks, no need to wear a mask. COVID has, numbers have dropped or is now, wow, non-existent. No need to wear a mask. Will you stop wearing a mask then? Or would you make an educated guess and say, actually, I don't think I need to wear a mask anymore? Have a think about that. Remember, you're wearing a mask to protect the susceptible. Just give you a moment. All right, I'll give you the answer. The answer is you shouldn't stop wearing a mask. Because remember, you've just said from the outset, you're wearing your mask to protect the susceptible. Always has been, always will be. So you should not stop wearing a mask. In fact, you should be wearing your mask now and everywhere, not where it suits you, now and everywhere, and you should be wearing your mask for the rest of your life. The rest of your life. Otherwise, you are just the consummate hypocrite. Am I clear? The consummate hypocrite. Because you're protecting the susceptible. Simple as that. The rest of your life. You bought into this. Now you own it. Now, if you want to continue with this whole mask crusade, mask facade, okay, then let's talk business. I've got my first range of designer muzzles launching just in time for spring. Some great designs, great styles. I know you'll love them. Muzzles for Muppets.wtf. Check it out. I know you'll love it. And remember, buy local. Dear me, fucking God help us.